So a few weeks ago, I was in Nevis, Minnesota, and I brought my SDR, and I was going through stations, and I found this station here, which just on the outside, it looks like your standard old country station playing music I'm not a huge fan of.
Here's another country classic on the station that plays the best country. Superstation K106, KKWS.
But over down in the FM multiplex, you see something very peculiar here that I haven't seen this before. This is KKWS FM, and on their FM multiplex, it looks like they're transmitting some other stream of some sort. Now, first of all, what is MPX? Now, this is KQRS FM, which is a strong local station, and essentially how I understand it is you demodulate the signal here, and you get this output here. Now, this is all audio, and it's split up into a few different regions. Now, it's designed in such a way that it's backwards compatible with older receivers, so even stereo broadcasts are still broadcast in mono right here, so that older receivers like this 1970s radio are still able to receive transmissions even today. Now this bit over here is for stereo audio, and this bit right here just tells the receiver that this is a stereo transmission. And then this bit over here is for digital information called RDS. It's what provides the text up here. But what isn't present on KQRS FM is this little bit over here. You can see it's just noise where there was a signal on KKWS. So what is this mystery signal on the MPX for KKWS? Now, it's clearly audio, you can see it bouncing around, but it doesn't seem to have any relationship to the normal audio. Now, we can listen to this station with a normal radio just fine, it's just a country station, but we aren't able to listen to what this audio over here is. Now, I believe the name of this is SCA. I've heard about it before, but I've never actually seen it broadcast on anything, at least not where I live. Now, it has a Wikipedia page, and it lists some possible uses as specialized radio broadcasting or background music, but as we'll find out in a moment, that doesn't really seem to be what this is. Now, this being a software-defined radio, I'm actually able to listen to this using an excellent tool called GNU Radio. Now, I found a script online someone wrote to demodulate this, and I upgraded it to work with the latest version, and we can actually give it a listen. Now, here's my script running. So down here is the raw RF. Right here is the MPX. You can see the mono audio there and all the stuff I just talked about. But up here is what's really important. To the left is your standard FM audio. This is what you'd hear with just a normal FM radio. And over here is your SCA audio, which is special. Now, we've just been listening to the FM radio, but if I uncheck this box and check this box, we're able to listen to the SCA audio. Let's go ahead and see if they're sending us subliminal messages or something like that, and let's give it a listen.
Brewers, Adam Frazier's third career go-ahead home run in the eighth inning or later. The others came in 2017 and 2018. Meanwhile, Miami Marlins had another night off. In fact, they're off at least through the weekend after 7.
And it's a sports radio station. Yeah, it wasn't incredibly exciting. I was honestly pretty disappointed when I went through all this work of demodulating it, and I just got a sports radio station out of it. Now, the quality is absolutely abysmal. I have a feeling that's because I didn't have a great reception of the signal to begin with, but even online it says it's about the quality of an AM station, and yeah, that's about what it sounds like. It's not a very pleasant listening experience. Now, I did record this at the top of the hour, so I was able to catch their legal ID, and here's what that is.
Your source for sports, AM 1430, KNSP, Staples, Wadena, The Fan.
Now, they identify themselves as KNSP AM, and they're actually owned by the same company as KKWS, and they even have the same website on Radio Locator. Now, I think I realize what this is. This is just an FM translator for their AM radio station, but I'm not entirely sure who they're intending to reach. You need a special receiver to receive this signal, and even then, it's not really an increase in quality over the AM station. I'm not really sure how you'd even obtain a receiver to get this station. It's possible that this is just being used as a way to transmit audio from their studio to their AM transmitter, but I'm not entirely sure. That seems like an expensive way to do that to me. Now, either way, this is still pretty interesting to me. I don't see any stations like this here in Minneapolis, but I guess if you're in rural Minnesota, that's where this kind of stuff would be. Now, as always, I'm going to leave the IQ recording and any other recordings with this in the description to download. Now, I really don't have anything else to say, so I'm just going to play back a little bit of this SCA audio, and I think that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Marlins had another night off. In fact, they're off at least through the weekend after 17 people within their franchise testing positive for coronavirus. ESPN's Buster Olney.
Look, I think Rob, in his interview with Tom Verducci, went broad strokes and spoke to generalities. When you speak to people at the team level, they talk about more concerns, and having the protocol referred to as Swiss cheese is what I hear, and the fact that there doesn't seem to be a lack of there doesn't seem to be uniformity. There seems to be a lack of complete understanding about what needs to take place. That's clearly what happened with the Marlins in terms of the timing, in terms of the conversation within the team. And it does feel like that, in some respects, some of these groups are calling audibles.
And planning, of course, had to include provisions for what would happen when an outbreak would happen within a team, within the sport, within multiple teams. And baseball, at the moment, is continuing on, if not the Marlins, through at least Sunday.